when they are kids? How long will it take for them to get to a point where they start laying eggs?
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months.
Yes.
And I heard they can lay like up to 400 eggs and stuff. People say more than 400 eggs.
That's what they've been saying, but for me, I've not experienced that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, like they can lay, like when they came at first that they were laying on top of the, I could count about 50 eggs at a go, like from one snail, 60 eggs, but I've not counted 400
eggs.
Yes, so I can't testify to that.
But it's 50, 60, there are a lot of eggs. So.
Yeah, but maybe you wouldn't get 100% hatchery. Sometimes due to some conditions.
So yeah, welcome back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. If this is the first time seeing me, I'm Charles, and on this channel we talk about farming and agriculture here in Africa. From the previous video, we had a conversation with Serwaa, the nurse farmer on TikTok, on how she started her farm. She does snow farming, carrots, lettuce, cabbage, some other vegetables. Yes. So if you don't watch those videos, you can go and check those ones out. But in this video, we're going to look at how to start your own snow farming in a greenhouse. I've done a couple of videos on snow farming, but they were in pens and concrete and all of that. But this time, I'm going to look at how to start if you are going by the greenhouse approach. Some people of the view that the greenhouse is better, advisable to go into if you are doing snow farming. So I'm going to look at all of that and then information surrounding snow farming in a greenhouse. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this video for me. Like so you to get promoted to other viewers to watch and be inspired. Subscribe to the channel so we all grow together. The goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers before the year ends. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so we all grow together. And share. There are people out there who might want some of this information to learn about it as well. So yes, without much ado, let's get into the video. So Serwaa, what I want to know, how to start your own snow farm if you are doing a greenhouse. But before we do that, I want to know with a greenhouse, how is it like? How much does it cost? How the setup? How was it done?
Okay, so the size of this greenhouse is 25 by 15 feet.
Okay.
And then it was a full package, but they have bigger sizes than this.
Than this one,
yeah,
okay.
Depends on what you want.
Sure.
And then it costed about 24,000 cedis.
Okay.
So with the setup, they will plant the cocoyam and the plantain, give you 1,000 snails for the start.
To start with
1,000 liters polytank.
Oh, okay. So they do the structure, they do the pillars that we see there, everything.
Yes, they raise everything.
They will give
with
you
the sprinklers and everything.
And they said they will train you too, right?
Yes, they will train
how
you.
to start as well.
And then give you some snail feeds for the start.
Nice. I mean, at least they've done most of the work for you, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm like all this have been done and I'm rearing snails, what am I supposed to know about snails as a beginner?
Okay, so you have to get knowledge on snail farming. Like
Okay.
you need to get adequate knowledge on snail farming, and then let's say you've not, like you are about to start, you have to also get your capital. But that one, it depends on the size or the type of the snail farm that you want
to do. Okay.
Yes, we have two types of snail farming. We have the extensive and the intensive. The
Okay.
extensive is the greenhouse system, and the intensive is the pen system. So we have the wooden pen and the block pen.
Okay, the concrete.
Yes.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want. And then you also need to get where you would get your snails from. Like it's always advisable to get them from snail farmers.
Those already
yes, and or those who pick it from the bush. Because with those snails, they've not been exposed to harsh weather conditions.
Okay.
Like those are the markets. Like they are good, but for me, I wouldn't recommend that one for you.
Go and buy those ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Because sometimes you don't even know. For the snail farmers, like they would know the age of the snails if they are ready to lay eggs and those stuffs. But then with those are the markets, you might not even know if they are at a point of laying eggs.
Okay.
And also you have to know that the food that they eat, you have to get knowledge on the feed.
Well.
And also you have to know that it's a long-term investment, so you need to be patient.
Okay, when you say long term, what do
Yeah.
you mean? Like the time they mature for you to sell?
Yes,
How long?
yes.
How long does it take?
If you want them to be very, very big and reach like the point of maturity is 2 years.
So like the jumbo size, the big
Yes,
ones.
yes, the jumbo size is 2 years.
Oh, okay. So it's not like a business that you can say, oh, I want to get into and get money quick. Really, it's
Yes,
long term.
yes, it takes. Although you can start selling them from 1 year, but then it depends on the price that you want.
Okay. And if they are fully matured, how do they go for? How much do they go for?
Oh,
Like supposing you take your time, they are 2 years and you sell them.
you can sell for 100 cedis. Or
Okay. More.
like,
Depending on how it is.
And sometimes too, like the location that you are selling it to matters.
True.
Yeah.
The location is very important because I know Accra, snails are very expensive. And even the 100, you're saying if you're selling it here on the market here.
For here, I'll give you 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you are going to sell, but if you are going to consume it, then 400
cedis. In Accra, they are like very expensive. Yeah. And that ones are not even that big. Just normal size. They are very expensive. If you go to Choba, you're buying snail card, your matter is even different. Okay. So let's look at the pen. So you are saying it's what the dimension again?
Yeah, 25 by 15 feet.
Okay. And how many snails can it stock?
Can stock about 5,000 snails.
Yes. Wow. Okay. And the 1,000 snails they gave you, like you said, the people who came to do the setup, how, like, what size were they? Were they the small ones? Were they matured? Were they?
Oh, they're about 6 months old.
Snails.
So they were at a point of laying eggs.
Okay. So after some few months of taking care of them, they'll start laying eggs for you.
Yes. Okay, so when they lay the eggs, it doesn't mean all the eggs are going to hatch.
Okay.
Like sometimes you can get 90% hatchery, 80%. It depends on the condition in the snail house too. Yeah.
Okay. And also with when it comes to the eggs in a greenhouse, the way it is, are you able to identify the eggs when they lay them?
No, because they would dig about 1 to 2 inches into the soil and then lay and cover it themselves. So mostly you wouldn't see, but you can see them maybe one be, and sometimes too. Like by the time you realize, you see that it has hatched and then.
Oh, okay. The small ones are moving
around. If you don't take care, you stamp on them, or even like sometimes when you come to take their place in the morning, you see them very tiny on the place. If you don't take care, you throw them away.
Oh, okay. So you have to also check.
Yes.
Nice. And so I know with the concrete, other farms are visited. When they lay the eggs, they normally scoop the eggs and put it like in the tray for them to hatch. With the greenhouse, are you able to do that?
No, but one thing about the eggs is when you touch them with your bare hands, it wouldn't hatch.
Yeah, I've heard that one too.
So, with advantage of this one, they dig deep into the soil and cover it themselves, so you didn't even see it. So you don't have to search for the eggs; it will hatch
on its own.
Yeah.
So this one, so in the greenhouse, you don't pick the eggs; you just leave them for them to.
You don't even identify the eggs.
You can't even see it.
Yeah, you can't even see it. By the time you realize, like they've hatched and then.
Okay. And one thing I also thinking about, see the way they are. If you are walking inside the pen, can't you step on some of them?
We have some pavement blocks
inside.
And you see, snails are nocturnal. They are mostly active in the night. So what you have to do, you don't have to come to the snail house during the night, because for that's
when they are more out.
Yeah, because they might even be on the pavement block and you wouldn't see. Yeah, so by 5 p.m. their food will be ready, and then
so by 5, that's when you just put the food there. They just leave them
till the following morning.
Okay. So let me ask this question too. So normally people ask that, when it rains, I normally see snails around my house. So can I use those snails to start my own snail farm?
Okay, it depends on your location and how if the demand of those snails. For here, like we mostly like the Achatina, that's the Nwapa.
Yeah.
Some places too, they love or like the Achatina marginata, that's the Pobiri.
Yeah.
And the Achatina folica, that's what we see around the Katreven. And mostly people don't consume it. So it depends on where you are and
The
what
type
the
of
people like.
yeah.
If you are
So
going to sell it.
I know with the chatina is what Ghana will normally consume.
Yes.
The marginata, I know Nigeria. I heard Nigerians they like those ones,
Yes.
but I feel like I don't know the people consume those ones. I can't speak to that. Okay, so it means if you're in Ghana, the ones we see at our house are the folica ones, right?
Mostly, but some people also take the marginata, the potbread too. You can see them around time. But the akatina, they are hard to find these days.
Oh, okay, so those are the ones in the actual bush.
Yes.
But and is there a way you can identify if I see like an achatina, and achatina marginata? Supposing someone sees some in the house and they want to know, oh, maybe this is the one I can grow, or this one, no, this one we don't eat them, so I can't grow them. How do you easily identify them?
Okay, we use the shells to identify them.
Okay, maybe you can show us one if.
We have the Acatina marginata, popularly known as the giant African snail.
Okay.
And locally known as the potbread. Yeah. And they are very bigger in sizes as compared to the other two. Yeah. And then their skin is a bit darker than the other two too.
Yeah. Okay. Then which ones are these ones?
This one is the Katina. That's the mwapa.
That's the one we eat in Ghana.
Eat in Ghana.
Okay.
Like they are also bigger. Like when they reach its maturity, but it's not as compared to the marginata.
Okay.
Yeah. And the shell too is deeper. Yeah, the shell is deeper than the lines. And the lines we have like golden yellow, and then
the black. Okay.
Black lines.
Okay. And the folica,
yeah,
they are normally small inside, or there are some that
like,
you've seen bigger ones.
You can see bigger ones, but they don't have much attention. We don't care for them, so they just eat what they see. So they don't grow as big as.
Okay.
So, but I think if you rear them too, they can be big as
sure.
This one.
So these are the ones that we normally range around. We see in our homes.
But
why don't you eat these ones? Well, at least this will be easy accessible to us. So why don't you eat these ones?
Like it's not good for
consumption.
Yeah, and the health of people.
Okay. So at least in Ghana we eat the achatina.
Yes, mostly.
Okay.
People eat the achatina folica, but it's not common. Yeah.
Okay. And the taste wise, I know definitely. Okay, well, I'm not eating the folica before, so I can't tell. But I'm sure it's nicer than the. And there's one thing. Okay, you are it. Yes,
and also, people too like the potbread, the achatina marginata, because of the sizes. And that one too, it lays more eggs than the achatina. And the eggs too are bigger as compared to this one. Yeah.
Nice. But is there a difference in the taste between the marginata and the achatina?
Okay, I've not tasted the marginata before.
So you can't tell?
Personally,
because I'm wondering why Ghanaians will like these ones and not the other. Because the other one, you're saying the eggs are big, they grow bigger, so at least commercially it should make sense than growing this. Or
they call this one Nwapa, so maybe it's Papa. That's why. Yes.
Okay. So I know I've done videos on snail, as I said, but one of the comments I guess is people say, why do you put red snails? In some other cultures and stuff, they don't see snails to be food that they are edible. People see them as like dirty animals or other. I don't know how to describe them. So in Kenya, for instance, they don't eat snail at all. Like I watched the video and the person realized in Ghana we eat snails, and he's like, what are you people eating? They don't know. They don't know how nice or sweet it tastes like if you are eating
and
it.
The nutrients content too is
very high. Yes. So people don't know, but yes, it is very nutritious and edible. I know some of you who are hearing this for the first time, you feel like, people are eating snails, why eat snails and stuff? But it's a nice delicacy here in Ghana.
Yes.
Okay. So with the cocoyam in the you can dispose it off. With the cocoyam in a greenhouse, I want to know when you come on a regular, like what do you do in the greenhouse? What is done in the greenhouse? If you come like on a day-to-day basis, what do you do in the greenhouse?
Okay, so every morning the first thing I do in the greenhouse is take the place that they ate on it the previous night.
Okay.
So you first take them all out, because if you don't remove the place, it will attract insects and ants and also other snail enemies. Let me put it that way. Yeah, and they will start eating your snails too. So you have to,
Bring them
especially
out.
bring them out the leftover foods and the plates. Then you put on the sprinklers to
Okay.
sprinkle water on them for about 5 minutes.
Then you put it
Because
off.
snails like a moist place, so you have to keep them moist all the time.
Okay. Okay.
So after that, you wash your plates, dry them. Sometimes you will see some of the cocoyam leaves. So as you bypass going in and out, some of them will be broken down. So you have to take them out. And sometimes too, when it gets enough nutrients and then enough rain or enough water it grows fast. So you have to prune it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that it will be spacious.
Sure.
And sometimes when you see the cocoa leaves are going down or they are getting finished, you have to restock some of the cocoa leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, so in the greenhouse, some people might be watching. So when they build a greenhouse for you, I know the soil, they put the soil in there, but you can see some cocoyam, the leaves in there. What is the purpose that it serves?
Cocoa leaves.
The cocoa leaves, yeah.
Okay, they hide. You see, snails don't like enough sunlight,
Okay.
so they hide under the cocoa leaves during the day and come out in the night. Yeah.
So that's the purpose, at least.
Yeah.
Regardless of the soil in there, you still have to have like this
And we want to create something like a natural habitat for them. Although this is an improvised one, but then we want to create something like a natural habitat. So, like when you spread the cocoa leaves in the greenhouse, when they see it, like they feel like they are in the forest
habitat.
or their natural habitat.
Okay. So speaking of that, that means people say that the greenhouse is more better than the pens. What do you have to say about that? What in your experience? I know you have the greenhouse, you also have the pen. Comparing the two, which one do you think is best to go for? It's advisable. Maybe you can tell us some of the advantage, disadvantage that comes with that one too.
Okay, each has got its own advantages and disadvantages.
Okay.
With the greenhouse, it can contain many snails at a time.
Okay.
But the pen, it has a limited number that you have to put at a time. But with so that's one of the advantages of the greenhouse. And also, like, the snails live freely without any restrictions. Like,
as I said, they'll be their natural habitat. They can move around.
Yeah, and they also have the cocoyam leaves and other plants too. Like, so sometimes they can eat it if
they are
hungry. So like, and when they lay the eggs too, it's hatch on its own. You don't have to be picking them, putting them in an incubation box.
As you said, touching the egg safe prevents some of them from
the hatchery.
Okay. Do you feel like greenhouse is better?
Yeah, but it has its disadvantages too. So you have to weigh the two.
Okay, but what's the disadvantage with the greenhouse?
There can be ant invasion, especially when you don't pick the leftover foods or sometimes it's not leftover food, but ants can invade in since there's soil and then plants too. So there can be infection too, because when the snails, like when you are doing a snail farm, definitely some will die.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to be looking through every 3 to 4 days, search for dead snails and pick them out. But if you are not able to do that, like there can be bacteria or other kind of infection
that will affect them.
Yeah, that will affect the rest, because when they will feed on the dead snails and transmit it to other snails too.
Okay. But in the greenhouse, I can see there's plantain in there. That one too, like, is there a purpose it's serving in there?
Yeah, it's all providing shade for them.
So the main purpose of the cocoyam is it to feed them or to provide shade?
The one in the greenhouse is to provide shade.
Okay. But do they eat cocoyam too?
Yeah, they eat cocoyam, but we serve them like when they come out at night, they will find the place and food there. So I don't think they will climb to if there is some food in it.
Okay. So speaking of food, let us know some of the food that the snails eat.
Okay, so snails mainly feed on fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
But not citric ones. Food that's what they taught me, that I shouldn't give them snails the vegetables or fruit that contains acid.
Acid. Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
oranges and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fruits and they feed on fruits and vegetables such as watermelon, kontomire, boko boko, lettuce, carrots, cucumber. There are many.
Boko boko. What's boko boko?
Boko boko. Water, is it water plant or water lily? Let me show you some. So this is the.
I thought water lily. Oh, this is not water lily.
Is it water plant? I think this is
Okay.
water plant.
So something to eat it there. So you have to grow them around.
Yeah. If you can even grow some inside
To help.
Yeah, to help.
Okay. Okay. And with the watermelon, how do you do it? Do you have to chop them into pieces? How do you go about that?
Yeah, you have to slice them, wash, but don't think that they stay in the soil or they stay on the ground, so you won't wash their food or something like that. You have to wash every food that you give it to them. Then slice it. Yes.
For much more power. Okay, okay. You put the fruits in the trees.
Yes.
For them.
Yes.
Okay.
So they use 10 plates every day.
10?
10 plates.
Okay, for the capacity you have, right?
Yes.
But you said the last time you tried counting them, you weren't able to. By estimating, how many do you think you have maybe in there?
Maybe getting to 2,000, 2,000.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the numbers have increased.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So you said the food, watermelon, boko boko, as is this one.
Kontomire.
Kontomire. So now you can cut them and put it in.
Yeah. You can cut them. But you have to wash it.
All has to be washed.
Yes.
Okay.
Lettuce, cucumber.
Cucumber too, you cut them, right?
Yeah. And take off the seeds.
Okay, okay. But the watermelon, I can see there are seeds in there. They eat the watermelon seeds.
For the watermelon seeds, like you can't take them out.
Okay, it will be a lot of work.
Yes.
Okay,
So they will just eat and leave the seed.
Sure. But the cucumber, you can take them out, so you have to take them out.
It's easy to take them out. So. And they also feed on calcium. You have to give them calcium.
Okay.
Because if you don't give them calcium, they will eat themselves. Yeah.
They cannibalize too.
Yeah.
Why never do they do that?
Yeah. Because when they lack calcium, they cannibalize.
They cannibalize. Wow.
Yeah, so they will kill it and then feed on the shell to provide themselves with calcium. Yeah, so
okay.
they cannibalize.
So you always have to have. So the calcium, what are the source of the calcium you give them?
Eggshells. So you have to wash, dry, and then grind it into powdered form and add moringa leaves. The moringa leaf too, you have to wash it and dry. Then you grind it together with the eggshells. That's one.
Okay.
You can also give them oyster shells. The oyster shells, I get it from those who sell the poultry feed.
Okay.
Because they give it to the
birds.
Yes, so
Okay.
you get it from there. And that one too, you sieve it because sometimes it has some small stones in it.
After grinding it, no?
It's when you buy it, it's already grinded.
Okay,
but it has some powder, some stones in it, so you have to sieve it to get the powdered form. Then you mix it with water, like gari, photo, like something like
and
that.
Give it to them.
And give it to them. And also you can give them sodium bicarbonate.
Okay.
But for the one, it's the company that brought it. They prepare it themselves. So I don't know
how to go about it.
Yes,
but you can go. It is something sold on the market, right?
Yes.
I want to eat that one too.
Yes.
So what about the formulated feed?
And also, so the calcium supplement, it strengthens their shells.
Okay.
And also helps them in laying eggs. And also provide them with source of, let's say, energy or something like that.
Okay.
And then the formulated feed will be their source of protein. Because the fruits and the calcium supplements doesn't contain any protein. Yeah.
Okay.
So the formulated feed, I use maize, groundnuts, soya beans, dry fish powder.
Okay.
So you roast all of them. Yeah. Then you mill it at the
sawmill.
Sawmill.
You go to where they mill the food. Okay,
the
they
food.
mill it. Okay. Then you give it to them.
All of them, you have to add some water.
Okay, so it has to be It doesn't have to be like dry.
No, it has to be moist.
Okay.
Before you give it to them.
How many times do you feed them? Is it like only in the evenings?
Yeah, snails are nocturnal. They only feed at night. Yeah, so only in the evening. They feed once a day, so only in the evening.
Okay. On all this food too, do you like do a variety for them, or like maybe today they are eating watermelons, so you give them watermelons. Tomorrow maybe lettuce, or like you how do you do it?
Yeah, like if you give them watermelon for about 3 days, like consistently for 3 days, they wouldn't eat.
Sure.
I won't pay varieties. So. But for the calcium supplement, give it to them at least once every week.
Okay.
And this formulated feed too. So you can be giving them the fruits and vegetables for about 4 days or 5 days. Then you give them the, in between the days, you give them the calcium supplements and also the formulated feed.
Okay.
Because they need it. For that one, they need. If you don't give it to them, yeah.
Oh, nice. So the baby snails, do they have a special feed that they eat? Do they eat from their mother, or how do they feed?
They also feed on what is served
giving
to
them.
Yeah, it's giving them, because like you can't even identify them. Say you will be taking them out and then give them their own food. They are all in the greenhouse, so what you serve is what they all eat.
Oh, okay. And I wanted to ask the question. So this question too. So snails, do you have male snails and female snails?
Okay, snails are hermaphrodites.
Okay.
They have both the male and the female sex organ. Although some people will tell you that we have males and snails, females, but I've not been able to identify male sex organ and then female sex organ.
Okay.
Like I know they are hermaphrodites, so both males and females lay eggs. Yeah.
Oh, then that's nice. And like at what point in time do they lay eggs? Like the months. So let's say from when they are kids, how long will it take for them to get to a point where they start laying eggs?
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months.
Yes.
And I heard they can lay like up to 400 eggs and stuff. People say more than 400 eggs.
That's what they've been saying, but for me, I've not experienced that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they can lay, like when they came at first that they were laying on top of the, I could count about 50 eggs at a go, like from one snail, 60 eggs, but I've not counted 400 eggs. Yes, so I can't testify to that.
But it's 50, 60, there are a lot of eggs. So.
Yeah, but maybe you wouldn't get 100% hatchery. Sometimes due to some conditions, maybe too much rain, too much sunlight. It cannot, although they dig deep into the soil to lay their eggs, but sometimes you wouldn't get the 100% hatchery. So it's not all the eggs that's
okay. But in the other video, you made mention that some of them they'll go into like hibernation, if that's how I call it. Like they hide themselves estivation, yes, and they don't eat and all of that. What causes that?
So snails, they are almost some way people like they go into mechanic depression called estivation. Yes.
Okay, that's depression.
Yes, mechanic depression. So they wouldn't eat, drink water. They will just put some whitish substance on their face, on their surface, and then hide. They will dig deep, about 2 inches into the soil, then hide themselves there. So it can take about from months to years, about 3 years they can be there without food and water, but nothing will happen to them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's their nature. That's how God created them. But when the weather is not too favorable for them, that's when they mostly go into estivation.
Okay.
Especially harmattan and consistent heavy rainfall too. Yeah. So when the weather is not favorable, then you go into estivation.
Oh, okay. But the greenhouse, the way it is, isn't there a lot of sunshine on them?
Oh, okay. So it was made with a shade net. So it reduces the amount of sunlight
that comes to them.
Yes. And also that's why we also planted the cocoyam and the plantain.
To provide more shade.
So you see, when you look through, you see some shade.
So at least it's good they have a little bit of sunlight, but not too much sunlight.
Yes.
You can't put a shade, entire shade over the greenhouse too. That one is not advisable.
Yeah, especially for the plants, so it's not
good for
the
them.
plants.
Okay. Okay. So with the eggs, well, supposing we are doing it in the pens, let's compare the two. With the pens, you can be able to take out the eggs, right?
Yes.
And like put it in a hatchery.
Yes.
Okay.
So with the pen, I think that one to be a disadvantage, an advantage for the pen.
Okay.
Because you are able to identify that like snails are laying like about 50 eggs, say 20 are hatching or all the 50 are hatching, and you know the production. Because with the greenhouse, sometimes you wouldn't know that you are even having a low production.
Okay.
Because you don't even identify the
them.
eggs and those that were able to hatch. But
Okay.
with the pen, you can identify the eggs, those that were able to hatch, and you can even identify the problem or the condition that's prevented the eggs from hatching.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
everything
deal
is
with
under
it
control with
the pen.
With the pen.
But the greenhouse, the
Yeah.
so the greenhouse mostly is like it gives like a natural habitat for them and makes them grow well and stuff. But just that there are a lot of disadvantages that come with
You
it.
have some challenges with the greenhouse.
Nice. But I like the way they fix it, having like sprinklers and stuff that you can just open them, just like that. Okay. So I can see water bowls as well. Those snails, do you like give them water to drink?
Yeah, they bath and drink water.
Bath.
Yes.
Okay.
Because sometimes you come and see them diving in the water, like
Swimming in a swimming pool. Okay. So they drink water too. It's good to give them water.
Yes, you have to give it to them. It's mandatory. You have to give
I was
them
thinking maybe they don't drink water. There's no need to give them water.
No, they drink. You have to give them. Yes.
Okay. But I want to know what animals attacks snails a lot. Like animals that prevents their growth or maybe causes mortalities among them.
Mostly the red ants.
The red ants.
Yes. That's what I've identified in my greenhouse. Yes.
Okay. But maybe they are ants. Ants there, no matter what soil they will be in it. So how do you able to prevent that?
Okay. I use the neem tree. Then I will put it in water. I will soak it in water for about 2 days. Okay. Then sprinkle it in the greenhouse.
And it helps. It kills them.
It really helps. Yeah. Even if even if it doesn't kill them, like it will eliminate them. It will let them
drive them away.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So at least within a year or two, I know they've matured. That I can be able to sell them.
Yes.
And
they've been able to reproduce to replace
the numbers.
Yes.
At least capacity of 5,000. I know and it's been like how many months now?
6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
With time there'll be like more numbers.
Yes.
And you said a greenhouse so they can stock more capacity, right?
Yes. Because when they are overcrowded like it kills them. Overcrowding is one of the problems of snails. Yes. They don't like being overcrowded.
So with this one, how supposing you want to you're harvesting, kind of. How can you be able to find them? Because the way it is, most of them will be hiding in the soil. You might not be able to pick them out. How would you go about it?
So they normally come out in the night. So you have to put a food that has a strong scent, like the formulated feed and the egg shells. It has some scent, which attracts them because they sense food by smelling in the night. So they will come around to eat. Then you pick them.
Because I was wondering the way it is and the way like they are in there. Definitely, so they'll be hiding. So going to pick them out might be difficult.
Yeah, especially, and you can't harvest them in the harmattan season because most of them goes into estivation.
During the harmattan?
Yes, because you see it's a dry season. Although you have some sprinklers and then you water them, but still they'll go into estivation.
Okay, and I had snakes also likes being around the snails. Like snakes also attack them. How to do that? Yeah. So I know that snakes because they like eggs.
Yeah.
You get snakes like normally where eggs are. So like I had like the normally and like lizards too. That's what I also heard that.
Yeah. So
they normally come around
it's always closed and locked. But anytime you enter you have to close it.
So at least no one.
So that is secured. So
as we like come to the end of the video, I want to find at least reiterate that snail farming is profitable. It's something that someone can do. You advise someone to venture into.
Yeah, snail farming is very profitable, but it takes patience because you wouldn't harvest the snails anytime soon. Like when you start it today, in 2 months' time, 3 months' time. No, it depends on the sizes too you start with. But
Okay.
if you are starting with the smaller sizes, it takes time, but it's worth it. It's very
As you said,
profitable.
1 year, 2 years before you
Yes,
can be able to
yes,
sell.
yes.
Okay, and there's ready markets for that one too.
Yeah, ready market. People always need snails, and also if you are able to do it like bigger, for export to like
You
people
can be able to
export
do
it.
that.
Yes.
People talk about this thing, snail slime. I know that you've heard of it. People say in other countries they're able to extract the slime and like it's costly because they used to do perfumes and stuff, pomades and stuff
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, they mostly use the folica, the one that we don't consume.
So
Yeah,
that's what they use for the slime.
yeah, mostly.
Oh, okay.
So, but we don't wear it. So those who wear it or those who pick it, then.
At least you have to get a number of stones so you can extract and make that particular. I was supposed to say some are saying it's $10,000, some are saying it's everyone in the price that they are quoting for those ones. But I know in Ghana, I've not seen anyone that says he goes into the slow slime business.
The company that's constructed,
They do those. Oh, okay, 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 okay.
They
So
do
they
it.
do like on a large scale.
Yes. I think.
Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so yes, if there's any advice you give to people who are going into snail farming, who are watching this video and they are inspired to start their own snail farm, what would that be?
Okay, I would advise people who want to venture into snail farming that snail farming is not easy, but it's very lucrative when you are able to do it. And also, don't give up because at some point when you see some of your snails dying and then they are not feeding like mine, you give up. But don't give up because at the end of the day, you are going to make it. Like it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I think this will end the video on snail farming.
Advice number one.
Okay, okay.
Snail farming also takes time. So, and I'm a kind.
Oh, you go to that also.
It takes time before the snails are ready for markets. So you have to be patient.
Patience is key.
Yes, yes. Patience is very key. Like as you see, the snails, they are all even. Patient. So it will tell you that some BBI is slow.
But
So,
for animals who are that slow and they eat balanced diet and be eating watermelon and stuff, they immediately. No.
yeah.
At least
So
if
you
you are
have to
eating
be
this
patient.
healthy, you're supposed to grow very fast.
Yes. But,
Okay, okay. Is there any other thing you also want to add? No. Okay, okay. So yes, I think we'll end the video here. If there's anything you want to know about snail farming, especially in a greenhouse setup that you've not looked at, you can let us know in the comment section, and I'll try and get the answers from her. She'll try and come and answer those questions for you guys as well. So yes, that would end the video. Like the video for me as usual, so you get to promote it to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel so we all grow together. As I keep saying, 50,000 subscribers before the year ends. So please subscribe so you're able to hit that target. And share the video. There are people out there who want to start their own snail farms, want to learn about it, and also be educated about it as well. So this video can be helpful to them in starting their own snail farm, whether maybe in a greenhouse or with the wooden pens, or maybe in the concrete ones that they can also go about it as well. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.